I haven't checked on Colin's World in a while, or as I like to nickname him, Coping Colin. And it was such a cool nickname that the YouTuber KinoFlex stole my nickname for Colin. I want my rights, gosh darn it! I made the funny nickname before you. I'm already sending my lawyer team into internet police after KinoFlex. But all right. So I have a habit of just checking up on YouTubers that I don't like to see if they said anything stupid. I'm not like a debunker channel or anything like that. I'm just like a casual watcher and observer of other people's content on YouTube. And I especially observe the ones that try to make money off of YouTube because they're basically profiting from sometimes just profiting off of stupid videos, you know. And Collins, or Coping Colin, this man has actually blocked me, and I don't even know why. When I say blocked, so there's a feature on YouTube where you can just shadow ban someone's comment, and nobody will see that comment except for the commenter. The best way to check to see if you've been shadow banned in the comment section is to leave a comment under the video, use another account, or just sign out of your YouTube account, and check to see if your comment is there. And if it's not there, then you most likely been shadow banned. There are moments where YouTube will just automatically just delete your comments for using certain bad words or whatever. But usually, most of the time, it's because a YouTuber decided to shadow ban you. And here's the thing with Cullen, I don't even know what I did or said. I genuinely can't remember. Maybe it was because I said that his clothing looked stupid and gay, like those overpriced shirts and hoodies and stuff that he's trying to promote. I was like, look, that looks lame, and anybody who wants to buy it is, getting scammed because they have trash taste. And or maybe it could have been the fact that I once told Colin to just get a real job in the comment section. But I don't know. I don't know what I said to piss him off. Anyway, I'm just going to be observing this video, critiquing, reacting to his Lego game Discourse is Insufferable. Recently, the newest Lego game, Batman, came out. And I'm not buying it because it's like $60 long and it's only like 9 hours according to how long to beat. You know, I have nothing against short games, but with short games, I want a smaller price. You know. But let's see. So I looked at this video first to see how many dislikes it got, and Colin he has dropped in views over time. Let's see. His Lego Batman is nothing special, and that video right here has about 300 likes versus 160 dislikes. He must have said something to piss off the Lego fans. And here is him in another debunker video. So let's get started. By the way, son of a gun. I take no credit for this. I am not making any money off of this video. You already know the deal. I'm just critiquing this person, just like how you critique games. I'm just critiquing this person, it's not the person himself I'm going to insult. It's just as the character presented in the video. Like my first critique is that I don't like Colin's avatar. This avatar is very unoriginal. It's just straight up stolen from the Spider-Man video game, And if you're gonna have like a YouTube avatar, at least be more creative about it. Don't just steal this. Don't just steal Spider-Man. You're not good enough for Spider-Man, Colin. This character is way too cool and wholesome for you. You are a diabolical person who tries to dunk on other people in streams and e-begs off of YouTube. And you also try to get other people to pay for your car problems. The cool thing about Peter Parker is that he doesn't, ask for money. He just does what he wants to, out of just pure generosity. I don't think that matches your character, Colin. And plus, you're not as witty or as smart as Peter Parker or Spider-Man. So what I would recommend is either A, make a more original OC avatar and stop stealing this one. Or, I don't know, don't use an avatar at all. Man, I was gonna continue watching Digital Circus because I haven't seen it yet, and it's about to end, so that's why I started watching it. And then watch that Puss in Boots movie. They got a lot of hype back then, but anyway, time to watch the YouTuber.
So, as many of you are aware, the new LEGO Batman game, Legacy of the Dark Knight, just came out, and I made a review about the game discussing my issues with it, and in that video, I overall thought this game was pretty solid. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, and that overall my biggest issues with the game were the fact that the stuff that it takes from the Arkham games, it generally does worse, and I explained in detail and showed footage providing exactly what I mean for those criticisms.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although you say you're taking footage, you mean you're taking other people's footage. Like, what's up with that Metacritic watermark up there? What's up with this watermark up here in general? Who did you take this footage from, Coping Colin? I don't think this is your footage. I'm doubting this is your actual footage.
Why I feel that these things are done worse in this game when they're taking things from Arkham. My other issues with the game were simply that the story was just like nothing.
Also, wait, if this is his footage, he's using Metacritic as like an example of quality. I wouldn't trust Metacritic at all when it comes to quality. Metacritic, I can literally go on Metacritic right now and just give any game a 0 out of 10, and it could be a game that I love and just rate it a 0 out of 10. Metacritic is not reliable because the critic side is usually full of normies and paid off shills, and the user side is also full of, just full of troll reviews and all that other kind of stuff. I just don't trust Metacritic at all. I wouldn't use Metacritic or recommend Metacritic as like reference material
are done
when it comes to quality.
Worse in this game when they're taking things from Arkham. My other issues with the game
Is it really just taking things from Arkham? Because if we're going to talk about video games taking things from others, you can also say that Arkham took a lot of things from comics and other media.
Where simply that the story was just like nothing. It was just a parody of other Batman movies, and I would have liked a more like actual original story while still taking, references and inspirations from other Batman projects.
I don't know what you were expecting from a Lego Batman game. Like, it's Legos. Of course it's going to be a parody. Like, what?
References and inspirations from other Batman projects. You take Lego Batman 1 and Lego Batman 2, for example. Those games had original stories, and those games also both take references and inspiration from other Batman projects. Here's the problem, though, and this is generally why I kind of just avoided talking about Lego games in general, like previously on my channel, even though I think that a lot of them are just highly overrated, and they just get praised.
Well, if you want to call games overrated, I remember one time, Colin, you posted that one of your favorite games ever was The Last of Us 2, and you like God of War Ragnarok, a game with MCU baby tier writing. I don't know if I can really trust you when it comes to video game opinions, especially if you're a Last of Us 2 defender. Yeah, like Abby's one of the most boring characters ever. Never says or does anything interesting or fun.
Based off of the fact
like the first Last of Us game is way better, and I don't trust anybody who says that they like The Last of Us 2, like Colin.
That they're charming video games. But whenever you criticize these games, people love to say, "Oh, well, dude, what did you expect? It's a Lego game, dude."
Yeah, that's a reasonable thing to say because they're Lego games. Like, what were you expecting? You see the title Lego Batman.
These games are made for.
You see the title Lego Batman. What were you expecting it to be? Like, I don't know, Schindler's List or something?
For kids. And this is exactly my problem with, like...
They're literally made for kids.
Talking about...
The ESRB rating agrees with me.
These games. I said in my video, I'm not treating this game differently from how I would treat any other game that I would criticize. Any other movie, any other TV show, etc. But no, I had some people who can't accept that, and all my criticism apparently is just...
I mean, are you sure it's people that can't accept you? I mean, yeah, people disagree with you. Big whoop. What do you mean they can't accept you? Like, Jesus, calm down.
Just out the way. Just none of it is valid because, and I quote, it's made for kids apparently, and only it's made.
It's not apparently. It objectively is aimed at kids. Kids will play the game. It's not like we're not talking about GTA here, Coping Colin. We're talking about a Lego game. A Lego game based off Batman. Batman in general is aimed at a younger audience. I know we want to pretend that Batman's for grown-ups, but even something like one of the best Batman cartoons ever, Batman TAS, part of the reason that show only existed was to sell toys towards kids. And here's a sad thing about action shows that are family-friendly or kid-friendly. If they don't reach enough sales regarding toys or any other media, they usually get canceled. That was a big thing that happened in the late 2000s and early 2010s. But you were probably still a sperm in your mama's belly back then.
for purely with kids in mind, even though that's the furthest thing from the truth. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some general comments and some specific comments that I got under that video. So let's start off
Let's
with
look at the comments out of this video real quick. Let's see here. I'm just going to sort by the newest ones because the more recent because the older comments are usually the fanboys that are just dick sucking Colin. Let's go with the more new recent ones. Let's see. To be honest, I completely agree. That's nice. Let's see. There was one comment under here that I liked. I want to show it off. I hate this. Let's see. It's for kids. Yeah. This guy right here, he says it's for kids. Yeah, I agree with this man. Thumbs up. It is objectively for kids. Like, oh, here we go. All right, I'm going to try to read this as best as I can. Imagine how butthurt you have to be to make a shit critique, rightfully get hate comments, and then frame the commenters as Patrick Starr, crying emoji. Yeah, I got to agree with this guy. Colin is pretty petty about critique comments. Because the thing about coping Colin is that he generally can't take criticism or negative feedback, which is why he probably blocked me. And then you have to appeal to your general audience and say, look, guys, they dislike my video, but I'm the one who is right. Oh, yeah. This guy right here left a nice, funny comment. Oh, dang. Oh, nuts, bro. You got ratioed in your own comment sections. Oh, man. What did Coping Colin say? Very ironic you want to talk about cherry picking when I literally responded to exactly what you say I didn't respond to, all that kind of crap. Personally, I just don't really take anything that Colin says seriously because he asks people to help pay for his dumbass car problems. Let's see, I hate people that use Patrick Starr in their thumbnail. Sorry for the poor camera quality, but there's a good chance nobody will view this video anyway, so I don't care about the quality of the camera. Alright, let's get back to hearing Colin.
This first one, not the best critique. Like, sure, it's a bit...
Oh, hey, that's a reasonable comment. Not the best critique. Like, sure, it's a bit childish. But yeah, that's a reasonable comment.
Childish, but that's all LEGO games. Sure, it also advertises to a little older Batman fans, but it's so much more of a love letter to the character and a way for young fans and their parents or older people in their life to probably play together. Saying the game is made for babies, but then complaining that a game made with children in mind...
He didn't say that the game was made for babies. Like, what?
Is in fact easy so children can play it is a little strange. The game is made for Batman fans and stands as a love letter for said fans. I don't think anyone expects a masterpiece out of a LEGO game. So I respond back by saying plenty of people...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard that. Let's see. Plenty of pieces of media are... Okay, let's hear what Colin has to say.
Pieces of media are made with any age in mind. It doesn't really relieve them from any criticism. And I think it's strange to say that nobody expects a masterpiece from a LEGO game, but think me criticizing it like I would any other game is somehow a problem.
Well, have you ever considered that maybe your criticisms just aren't that good? I mean, yeah, you can criticize something, but just because you criticize something doesn't make your criticism automatically good. If that were the case, then, everybody would have to worship the nostalgia critic, who I like, but he occasionally just misses the point. Sometimes.
You can't say, oh, well, nobody's expecting a masterpiece, and then when I lay out criticisms with the game, showing why it is not said a 10 out of 10 or this fantastic, phenomenal game.
Again, using Metacritic as, an example, stop using Metacritic. Trusting Metacritic is like trusting a pedophile to watch over a daycare center. Just don't.
You're basically agreeing with me, but you also have a problem.
He wasn't agreeing with you. He was just saying that, hey, your criticisms are shit.
With the fact that I'm criticizing the game. You make no sense. If you want to make the argument that it's great for a LEGO game, yes, I agree, and I said that in the video. And I didn't even say that this game was bad, or I didn't even say that this game was too easy. I said there were certain moments where the game was too easy, but generally I thought this game was a massive step forward in terms of, puzzle quality and general gameplay quality over the other LEGO games. But really, think about this for a second. What would you have me do? How would you have me criticize this game in a way that's not addressing anything but how I feel about the game, and things that I can point out that I think are wrong with the game? Obviously, those criticisms can vary depending on how old you are or how smart you are.
Damn, he is, fuming over a YouTube comment. Jesus Christ. Someone get this dude some therapy. But... he probably can't afford therapy. I mean, he can barely afford his car.
Because again, like I said in the video, puzzles are a subjective thing. You're either good at them or you're not, and the game quality will vary based off of that. But besides the point, I didn't say the puzzles in this game were bad. Again, most of my criticism came from the fact that it's taking things from Arkham and doing those things worse. But this guy says, don't know what you're smoking, plenty of stuff.
Again, though, I feel like comparing a LEGO Batman game to Arkham is understandable, but also stupid, because Arkham set a very a high standard. well, maybe not Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight, because Arkham Knight, I love that game, but you gotta admit the boss fights and story are very problematic. And Arkham Origins, has a weak open world, like a very empty feeling open world. And Arkham Origins is like the only Arkham game with fast travel because the devs knew that the open world was not that interesting to explore. Arkham City has a way better open world because you can see all the references and chaos that goes on throughout the city and watch the gang war go on. But Arkham Origins, I mean, you can occasionally stop a random crime, but that's about it. There's really nothing going on in Arkham Origins world. But anyway, comparing a Lego game to Batman Arkham is not really a good comparison. I mean, yeah, they both have Batman in them, but one is clearly more serious than the other, and the other is, kid friendly.
It was high quality stuff. You must live in the desert or grow on Pokemon. This guy says, I mean, depends on what we're watching. For example, if you're watching Avatar...
Like, damn, these comments really just gave this dude some PTSD. Like, my God, I was in the army, and I'm not even this emotionally upset over comments.
Airbender, of course, is an amazing show. I'm going to stop it right there to just prove my point. There are so many shows that are made with...
Like, don't you have to, like, go sponsor another shitty superhero game or something?
Children in mind, but are also made so that anybody can watch it. Those are the best kind of shows for kids. Like you mentioned, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I can also mention Gravity Falls, The Amazing World of Gumball, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Teen Titans, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1994, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Hell, even staying in the realm of Lego, the Lego Batman movie and the Lego movie. Both made with kids in mind, both could be enjoyed by any age, and both have great writing. Oh, but
hold on.
Those are movies. That's a different medium.
They are, in fact, a different medium, but yeah, those things are also for kids as well. What's your point here? Are you saying that Lego Batman needs to be for adults or something? Like, what's going on here? Are you saying that Lego Batman... Well, you're basically just upset at a Lego game for being a Lego game? I don't know what your criticism here is.
Okay. Donkey Kong, Pokemon Black and White 1 and 2, and I could keep going, but I already made my point. And like he even said himself, this game is also targeted for older Batman fans. So when those older Batman...
Why is he's still obsessing over that previous comment? Like, move on.
Fans play these games, they should be able to enjoy it as much as they would be able to enjoy any other project or any other game. In the same way that if you watch...
Well, just because you didn't enjoy the game as much doesn't mean that other people can't enjoy the game as much. Yeah.
Spectacular Spider-Man, you should be able to enjoy the writing in that show just as much as you would be able to enjoy the writing in Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man PS4. This is genuinely like giving someone flack for criticizing an MCU movie, or let's say Spider-Man 2 Sam Raimi. Let's say the tone doesn't take itself seriously at all, or there's some really dumb brain rot jokes made for only babies to laugh.
This is like very boring to listen to. Let's see. See.
But again, mind you, my main complaint that I brought up in my video wasn't even that the puzzles were too babyfied. If you actually watch the video, I literally say the puzzles are a lot better in this game than they have been in previous LEGO games. The next thing I want to address is people like giving me flack for my comparisons with this game when it comes to like it being really similar to Arkham. But this guy says it's not supposed to be better than Arkham, it's just a great LEGO game.
Oh damn, he got ratioed in this comment section as well. Oh dang, not the best day at the YouTube job, Colin.
I said, I can't really accept that when the game is trying so hard to be an Arkham game. He says, because it took inspiration with the combat, ? That's not what trying to be something is. The combat doesn't even behave in the same manner with how the goons react to your attacks. They don't even get knocked down, they just sit there and get hit. It's similar, but not the same. I said, it took inspiration from literally every gameplay element in Arkham. And just because the goons don't react the exact same way doesn't mean the combat system isn't extremely similar. I never said that it was exactly the same, but there are elements that are exactly the same, and any...
You can apply that to any other game where you press, the square button to punch people. Like, is any other beat-em-up game now just an Arkham clone because you use the square button to punch people?
Anyone who's played Arkham can jump into this combat system with no real learning curve. He says, I disagree. I just don't think it's similar enough to judge it in the matter of Arkham, but works. It's a LEGO game. I don't play a LEGO game to experience the best gameplay ever. I experience it for fun puzzles and simple pleasure. You said you don't like LEGO games, and that's clear, so I just don't agree with the way you're judging it as you're doing so because it's trying to be
He's just so upset that people are just ratioing him in the comments, and that's just hilarious.
Gameplay, whether it be stealth or combat. So I agree, they are similar, but not exactly the same, but the problem is
let's see here.
The abilities, instead of it being, separated between 1 to 2 characters, instead you now just have that on one person, and you have access to all those abilities, but you still have to figure out how to use those abilities to complete a game comes out, and takes the elements of a game.
God, really he sounds so whiny.
This next comment that I want to go over says, so your complaint that a game made for literal children is that it has easy puzzles and a simplified version of the Arkham combat system.
Yeah, that's a reasonable comment because again, it's Lego. When I think of Lego, I don't think of something with deep mechanics or mature storytelling or whatever.
I know some people want to go with the maturity rating system, but my guy, younger people playing this game were trash because I do think there were some puzzles in the game that were trash. Maybe about 20.
So you're still talking about the puzzles, and by the way, the puzzles in the Arkham games are not that clever. They're not.
50% of them. As opposed, I played the Arkham games, like 10, 8 years old. I fucking hated Riddler stuff because of how brain dead the puzzles were. So I say that, so it's made for kids, yet it literally has references.
It's just arguing with this person in the comment section and just leaving big ass paragraphs. When someone like disagrees with me in the comment section, I usually just leave like one sentence. I don't bother wasting time arguing with them. Man, what an asshole.
Would even agree with you that it's not meant for everyone. 2, I complain about it being a 5th Arkham game because, like I've already said a million times, they only took inspiration from just the combat alone to make it a little more fast-paced. That's it. It's weird you keep comparing as a whole game entire.
This man is just upset that people don't, agree with him on his Batman Baby Lego review. Like, Jesus Christ, you need to go get a job. Now, me, I'm financially, one person pointed out recently that, hey, you tell other people to get a job, but you don't have one. And I'm like, yeah, jobs are for people that need financial income. Me, I'm pretty well off. Like, don't let my poor camera quality fool you. I have like a lot of money in my bank account, so I don't really need to go out there and get a job. But Colin, you definitely should go out there and get a job because this YouTube thing, you're not really good at it, in my opinion. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, you're almost at 100,000 subs, but you can't even really manage to get what? Let's see. Oh my gosh, he hasn't gotten the most views he's gotten in a while is under his The Boys season 5 has problem videos, and then everything else is just deteriorating. Like, I don't know if he should. This whole YouTube thing where you're trying to promote scam products or whatever, or have a little Patreon or something like that, and try to sell shitty clothing. I just don't think you should do it, Colin. What is this over here? He has like the membership shit. Legends $4, $99 a month. Join. No, I'm not joining. I'm not joining at all. Like, no, I'm not giving you money. Sorry.